Chapter 2. A Brave Son of Mother India.
Either I will come back after hoisting the tricolour, Indian flag, or I will come back wrapped in it, but I will be back for sure.
Those were the words of Captain Batra when he left for the Kargil War. Vikram Batra was born on 9th September 1974 in Ghuggar village near Palampur in Himachal Pradesh, to Girdhari Lal Batra and Kamal Kanta Batra. As his mother was a teacher, his early education was from her. After that, he was sent to DAV Public School, Palampur, where he studied up to class 8. He cleared the senior secondary examination from Central School in Palampur. After school, he studied at DAV College, Chandigarh. When he was doing BSc, he was chosen as the best NCC cadet. Later, in 1996, he joined the Indian Military Academy, IMA, in Dehradun. On passing out from there, he joined the Indian Army as a lieutenant. He rose to the rank of captain, and it is said that had he survived the Kargil War, he would have become a general. In 1999, a conflict took place between the armies of India and Pakistan in the Kargil district of Kashmir. Many Pakistani soldiers had secretly taken positions in some areas on the Indian soil. This sector has some high-rising and steep peaks of the Himalayan range of mountains with harsh weather conditions. On 19th June 1999, Captain Batra and his battalion were commanded to recapture Point 5140, also referred to as Peak 5140. Such names are given to some high points in the Himalayan range. Point 5140 was a very crucial peak, and Captain Batra knew that he had to win. He also knew that the operation was too dangerous to be carried out during the day. As a leader, Captain Batra, nicknamed Sher Shah, Lion King, because of his indomitable spirit and courage, decided to approach the hill from the rear. He was hoping for a surprise attack on the enemy. It was dark and cold, and all the men crawled quietly. When he and his men were on a steep cliff near the top, the Pakistanis opened fire at them. Captain Batra, along with 5 of his men, kept on climbing regardless, and after reaching the top, hurled 2 grenades at the enemy post. He single-handedly fought the enemy soldiers in a close combat. Captain Batra got seriously injured in the process, but undeterred, he continued on his mission. Inspired by their leader, the soldiers charged again at the enemy army, and eventually succeeded in recapturing Point 5140 at 3:30 a.m. on 20th June 1999. The capture of Point 5140 was an important step in the war, as it set in motion a string of successes such as Point 5100, Point 4700, the Junction Peak, and the 3 Pimples. Just 9 days later, Captain Batra was assigned to an urgent mission to recapture Point 4875. In the early morning hours of 7th July 1999, Captain Batra led a mission to rescue an injured soldier from Point 4875. This was one of the most difficult peaks to capture, as the Pakistani troops were at the peak at 16,000 feet with a very steep gradient. The already tough condition was worsened by a dense fog, which interfered with their vision. During the rescue attempt, he pushed aside his subedar, saying that he had children and family to support. Knowing very well the extreme danger lying in front of him, Captain Batra moved ahead and was killed in action while clearing enemy positions. Captain Batra died on 7th July 1999 when he was only 24 years old, an age where most young people are starting their careers. His war cry, "Ye dil mange more," is famous among young and old. For his exemplary bravery, Captain Batra was awarded the highest military honor, the Param Veer Chakra, posthumously. He is also honored with several landmarks being named after him. The historic capture of Point 4875 led to the mountain peak being named Batra Top in his honor. A hall at the Service Selection Center of Allahabad is named Vikram Batra Block. A residential area in the Jabalpur cantonment is called Captain Vikram Batra Enclave, and the combined cadets mess at IMA is named Vikram Batra Mess. Captain Vikram Batra is a hero of our nation and a face of the Indian soldiers who fought bravely and died fearlessly. Read the citation that was given along with the Paramveer Chakra. Citation: Captain Vikram Batra, 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, IC 57556. During Operation Vijay on 20th June 1999, Captain Vikram Batra, Commander Delta Company, was tasked to attack Point 5140. He skirted around the feature from the east with his company and, maintaining surprise, reached within the assaulting distance of the enemy. Reorganizing his column, he motivated his men to physically assault the enemy positions. Leading from the front in a daredevil assault, he pounced on the enemy and killed 4 of them in a hand-to-hand fight. On 7th July 1999, in another operation in the area of Point 4875, his company was tasked to clear a narrow feature with sharp cutting on either side and heavily fortified enemy defenses that covered the only approach to it. In a speedy operation, Captain Batra assaulted the enemy positions along a narrow ridge and engaged the enemy in a fierce hand-to-hand fight and killed 5 enemy soldiers at point-blank range. Despite sustaining grave injuries, he crawled towards the enemy and hurled grenades clearing the position. With utter disregard to his personal safety, leading from the front, he rallied his men and pressed on the attack. He helped achieve a near-impossible military task in the face of heavy enemy fire. The officer, however, succumbed to his injuries.